we're going to race. Welcome back to this episode of Heartbreak Garage, and here we are back in the workshop. So tonight we've rust encapsulated the floor, but I'm going to be sealing all the joints to stop the moisture getting in before I put the top coat on. So what we're going to be using is the U-POL Tiger Seal adhesive sealant, ready to use 1K formula. And it's good shit this, I use it on everything, it's great, and it would literally, it sticks really good. Don't get it on your hands, otherwise you've had it. So I'm going to be using that tonight to seal the floors, and I'm also probably going to be fitting another set of injectors, because the first set of injectors that come with it were shot. So I got another set of brand new second-hand, brand new to me injectors, and they're shit as well. So I've got a third set now of brand new to me second-hand injectors that have only done 2 million miles. Gonna try them in, and if they don't work, then I'm probably gonna have to get myself a refurbed set or get one of my sets refurbed. But that's not in the spirit of this job. I'm gonna keep on trying all the sets I manage to find at my mates' houses or in sheds and stuff until I find a good set. I got one good one in this one because I've tested it, but the other 3 are shit. So, but by what I mean by I'm going to be using the Tiger Seal, what I really mean is Cody will be using the Tiger Seal. So there's the Tiger Seal codes, and here's some gloves to save your hands, and off you go.
Thank you very much.
Gloves. All the safety. So what we're going to be doing under here is all the joints and all the bits where the moisture might get in, we're going to seal up. Well, Cody's going to seal up. I'm going to drink some tea and look at my injectors. Maybe coffee if I'm lucky.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, oh yeah. Go on, Code, show us what you got going on. Go on, squeeze it harder. That's it, fill them gaps up. Oh yeah. And all down here. And then once we're done, we'll go over it with a paintbrush just to smooth it out a little bit. Go on, keep on going all the way down. Yeah, that's the one. Don't be shy, I've got another tube.
Oh, the more the merrier, they do say.
So when we've done a bit more, I'll bring you back, but that's what we've got going on. So my 16-year-old son will be fully prepped in the art of welding and sealing his own car when we buy him one. If we buy him one.
You will be.
If he deserves one.
I do, look what I'm doing for you.
So we got the finest, cheapest paintbrushes we can, and now Cody's just running along and smoothing it all down so it's not like big clumps of dollopy snot everywhere, and it should be mint.
Mint.
Ah, beautiful. So that's one tube of Tiger Seal in, or a half a tube, that was one we had spare. We've got another one here. So it's all looking good. I'm very excited. Very excited. Make sure you get every gap filled up, mate. Oh yes.
Why have I missed a space around? All you people may think he hasn't actually left me to do all the work, but he actually has. Sitting in the office right now having a cup of coffee, and left me to Tiger Seal his van. No, I think that's outrageous, but
oh, Cody's doing a beautiful job. He's done all this now, and he's done all that, and he's doing that there now. Mega. We're gonna do a bit. Oh, he's done them bits as well. Oh, what a guy. This is wonderful. Oh yes. We have got it all sealed up. Cody has been like Picasso with the paintbrush and leveling it all out, and it looks marvellous. So we're going to let that go off now, because if you paint straight over it, it ain't going to go off, and we're going to concentrate on the injectors and the braking system. So I was having a few issues with the servo system on this. The vacuum pump there, well, the fitting on my other engine had snapped off, and I didn't have one with this engine, so I had to come up with a solution, and my brother actually mentioned it to me. The threads look the same as an airline connector, so I got it in there, boshed it in with my brother. We put some Jubilee clips and some silicone hose, cut that one, a servo assisted brakes. You know what I mean? That's what we're after. So now I moved on to the injectors. So I cracked off most of the pipes. I got this one left to go, and I'm just going to change the injectors again. Right, so we got them tightened up, and now we've just got to refit the spill off pipes back to the return side of the pump. One spill off pipe, two. Okay, mate.
Yeah.
Got the coffee, I see. Yeah. Excellent. Right. But first of all, we're going to do this and see it start and run. See if it's any better.
Before we have a coffee break.
Before we have a coffee? Well, before, you mean you can drink your coffee if you want.
No, I'd rather watch them.
We're just getting the spill off pipes on.
You'll fight overflow.
Yeah, it's just what spills off, and the spill off is used to lubricate the moving components in the injector as well.
I was going to say, because it goes off one straight into the other.
If it starts spilling off too much, that's leaking, and she can cause you issues.
So what are you going to do about that leaky one?
I'm going to shorten it slightly because there's enough length on it.
Oh yeah, because it's frayed at the end.
If I just cut it.
It's an expensive chopping board.
Yeah, man. And you can stick it back on like that.
Mint.
Yeah, there you go, that'll work. Never wants to idle very well.
Would you need to adjust the idle? Is that just...
I don't know. I think the timing might be out.
Oh, I'm not timing.
Much better. I'm thinking about with it, and I'm well happy with the way she's running. The idle's a bit high, but I need to adjust the alternator belt again. Yep. So, since the day I put this engine in, it never really idled very well, and I wasn't happy with it. But we did mess around with it an awful lot putting it in, like swapping everything over and all that. But I was more concerned about the welding. But now the welding's finished, I thought, gotta do something about it. So I did a spill-off test and the injectors were no good. So I found a better set of injectors. I put them in, but it still was pretty lumpy, and it didn't have that classic diesel-y noise. And she'd only start up if you gave her a bit of throttle, and I thought, what could that be? And I thought, well, it sounds to me as though she's quite far advanced on the diesel pump timing. Not massively far, she still ran, but she just didn't idle well. So what I did was, just now, I got into the diesel pump down here, there, and those are adjustable. There's a little bit of adjustment on them. So basically, I thought, well, she's injecting way after top dead center. There was no diesel knock, she didn't sound rattly, it was just not there and she wouldn't idle. So what I did was, I loosened the bolts off and just backed her up a hair so she was injecting, and now it sounds much better. So I reckon now I've backed it back up and she's injecting just before top dead center, which is where you want it, you know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong, I haven't put the dial gauge down there and set her up perfectly, I've just done it to my ear, but I can hear pretty good, and she's running well, so I'm going to leave it at that. Oh, much better, much better. Alternate about a bit now and all. Give it a little rev. So it's the next day and there's a change to the schedule. We were going to use the Granville stuff, but since the U-POL GRAVITEX went on so well last time, I'm using it for the underside as well, and I've got this one now. So this isn't light grey, this is black, and I'm going to paint in all the wheel arches and the floor, and then that's that bit done and we can concentrate on the brakes. Cody's got the tea, so we'll have that and then we'll crack on. Thanks very much, mate.
Right.
Good day in college?
Yeah.
Excellent. Right, let's get this tea drunk anyway. Christ, I could do with a bit more milk in that, mate.
You'll be alright.
So here we have it. We're painted everywhere, sealed. She's going off well. I'm really happy. So now we just got some mechanicals left to do, you know. It's been a bit of a pain in the arse doing it in my spare time, but I'm happy with it. It's solid, and that's what I want. If it don't fit, don't force it. So that's the end of another evening, or a couple of evenings in this video. Now, it has been a bit of a journey. So we started off, we treated it with the rust treatment, the rust arrestor, or whatever you want to call it. And then we painted it with the Buzzwell rust encapsulator. Then we went round and sealed it all with the Tiger Seal and made it all nice to stop the moisture getting in. Then I went over it with the GRAVITEX and got that in there. And then once the GRAVITEX had gone off, I've gone over the whole load, everything again with wax oil, just to get in any nooks and crannies that I'd missed or whatever. And I had loads of it kicking about, so why not use it? So I'm hoping now I'll get a few years maybe of motoring without having to weld it, and now we can move on and move forward with the braking system mainly and the electricals, and then get her in for MOT. If it don't fit, don't force it.